Hey, how you doing, guys? Well, I'm just about to start another video series, something a bit different from what we're used to. I've ridden a push bike for years. Used to have them as a kid. I've always had a push bike. Always been like a mountain bike or something of that kind of description. And just recently I've had a hankering for something that's going to cover a bit more miles. It's going to do it a little bit more easy. And just have a bit of a play. So I kind of kept an eye out for a frame that was big enough for me. And I'm talking road bike here. A frame that was big enough for me. I'm 6'3", something that matches the inside leg. I was talking to a friend of mine, Tristan. He does a lot of road cycling, and I've got another friend, Lee. He's into road cycling as well as mountain biking. And so in the end I come across a bike, so I bought it, and here it is. Quite nice, I think. And I don't know what it is. There's something about push bikes and things like that. It's always quite nice, a bit exciting. I like to look at them. Maybe I'm getting a bit older. But you know, the designs are coming on these days, and to be honest with you, I don't know all that much about modern biking, other than I'm guilty. I get fed up when I'm following them on the road, just like most other people. But I'm not an ass. I always give them as much room as I can. It's more of a fitness venture for me. I can't go, well, I can go surfing, always do go surfing, but I've got pretty bad surfers here these days, and every time I go in the water it seems I get an ear infection. And also I'm that much heavier than my board likes to carry at the moment, so coming out of winter, moving into summer, I'd like something that's going to give me some fitness to play on. I don't like running, don't like the impact, it hurts. My roller skating, which I don't think you guys have ever seen yet, is, you know, it's a once a week affair in the evening, on a Friday evening. But I'd like to have something to go out and play on, and so this is what I'm going to do for a little bit and see how I get on. I might not like it, I might get halfway up the road and think to myself, this isn't how it used to feel, but you've got to give it a go, so that's what I'm going to do. So I thought, well, I'll give you a run through my push bike that I bought, which I've obviously just given you a glance at, and some of the basics. So the fellow who had this bike took care of it. It's 2016. It's very tidy, everything works very nice, very tight to ride. It's a lot more extreme of a road bike than I'm used to, so we've got some pretty tight tyres. I was a little bit concerned about tyres, and I was tempted to put something a bit thicker on there, a bit more with a bit more body for my weight. But then I just thought, no, bugger it, I'm going slim wheels. I'll take spare tubes with me. If I get a puncture, I'll change it. Got a little bag. There's some bits and pieces in there, tubes, some basic tools, tyre levers. Jobs are good in there. Got ourselves a cheap pump, so I can pump it up. I'm going to use that Strava app, but I'm also going to have a little speedo on there, super cheap speedo, just to give me a bit of a speedy reference for my own gratification more than anything else, and then use the Strava app to track what I've been doing, where I've been going, the pace and stuff like that. I've got some basic lighting at the moment, not that it really matters, because I've got a nice headlight and rear light coming as well. And then today my shoes turned up, the second hand, so I was a little bit like, oh, are they going to be any good? Are they going to be too tight? Are they just not going to fit very nice? I tried them on, they fit lovely, super comfortable, nice and snug, chuffed to bits, cheap too, because I've never used clipless pedals, which is going to be entertaining because I'm going to practice getting in and out of the clips, and no doubt that that's going to be some entertainment value, especially if I bin it, which I'm pretty prepared to do. so I'm going to do a little short video on that as well. Might tag it on the end of this one. So other than that, I'm just going to do a few ride outs. I've been thinking about where I want to go. Put you back up here. I've been thinking about where I want to go. I don't really want to go on busy roads. I've watched a few bits and pieces about what people suggest. You know, go on the quieter roads, try and pick roads without any hills, go on roads that, you know, the surfaces are okay. And I've got a few of those in mind for a quick ride out, and I'm going to stay fairly local. Which is all kind of funny really, because like I used to ride a push bike everywhere until I got a licence for a motorbike. And no distance seemed too great. I don't think I'd have wanted to ride to Truro or anything, but you know, Penzance, Campbell, Helston, not a problem. Yet I look at this thing now, at the physical fitness that I'm at, and the idea of doing like 5, maybe 10 miles is like, oh my god, what if I just, you know, die halfway? But we're going to take some small trips out and see how we get on, and I hope that my mate Lee's going to join us for one of them. We'll get these ones on video. Some of it might not be interesting, might be crap. Look at footage and it's just rubbish, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Might get run over by a car, might fall in the ditch, anything can happen. So I'm going to have a play around with these clipless pedals and shoes now. I've got a camera mounted. I'll put a camera on my head or chest or something like that, and have a play around with that, see what it's like getting in and out of the clips. Right, here we go. Now then, I've never ever used these, so this is probably going to be rather entertaining. Funny to stand in. GoPro there. Turn that one on. Just one in. Tell you what. Stuck me. I have got a pair of shorts with some padded ass in them and all that jazz. But for the time being, especially if I'm going to fall over, I'm just going to clip those in there a minute. Come on, that's one. Clipped. Oh, it's not too bad. I turned down the strength. You can turn the strength of the clip to make it easier to release if you want it. Let's go for a little ride a second, see what it actually feels like riding on them. Alright, it's not too bad. It's actually quite nice to be able to not worry about where your feet are sitting, because they're just there. A bit windy. You're just sort of located, you can almost relax. And out. if you've got a choice, you can stop somewhere near a curb, and then you want to give yourself a nice big push to give you rolling speed, so that you've got a chance to put your foot in the pedal. Wait, this car a minute. Oh, that's not bad. I've no doubt it's going to catch me out more than a few times. You can pedal one-footed, that's funky. Yeah, I like that. You can't go on a push bike without trying the odd wheelies. The other reason I got this cheaper Speedo is, from day one I wanted to keep a total mileage. So it's got the odometer on there, and I wanted to track every mile that I might do. That's not bad. I thought that was going to be a lot trickier than I thought it would be. Got to kind of look at what I'm doing. It's all right. I've always had good balance in the clips, on a normal pedal. I don't see that it's going to be an issue for me in the clip, or clipless, should I say. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. I feel a lot better about that now. Obviously you can stiffen those pedals up, and the movement in these as well. So they looking at reviews and bits and pieces, you've got different coloured cleats, and they've got different amounts of movement that you can have, and that actually feels quite nice. I don't feel restricted or locked in any way, in any kind of painful fashion, so I think that's going to be all right. So with that little test out, I feel great about that. My next video is going to be my first going out. So once I've sussed out kind of where I want to go, and hopefully when some of this weather is flown over, so probably about 6 months time before that happens, I'll do a little ride out. I don't know, 3-5 miles, something like that, see how we go. I've got a route in mind, and I can kind of cut it short, 2 or 3 different spots along the way, so hopefully that will go okay, and then I'll upload that one. But until then, we'll catch you later. Cheers.